We now want to find out whether they have benefited from this initiative, and if yes, what value has it added?
My experience with the mentor so far, and that's Dr. Kansime Michael from AFRISA, has been generally good. There's a lot of experience I've had with him, basically on both social and economic progress of my project. And as a person, there's a lot I've benefited from his experience as a person and experience from his professional background. He has found time to visit my farm. He has taken me to model farmers and model farms where I have got a lot of knowledge on how to do demonstrative agriculture and livestock management. In terms of my project, and that's Good Start Farm Exchange, there's basically a lot of motivation I've got to do this project and further develop on my vision and mission of this project. I have perceived so many people talking to me about how to develop livestock farms, and I do several consultancy to them and develop different models on how they can run their project. On top of that, my other siblings have joined me to extend this project to make it a bit commercial, and now they are also helping me to lobby different participants like Minister of Agriculture to come on board and help us on how to do model farming on this project. I think I have come to appreciate that the media house like TVs, especially NTV, has given us platform to air out our ideas and innovation that we are doing as youth. I didn't know you would have an opportunity to interact with several people, even those that I don't know. They always come to me and say, I saw you in this project and I saw you in this program. How can you advise me on this? It's given me like an opportunity and motivation to go ahead and empower young people to involve themselves in business and agriculture as a large.
The AGOA office and TechnoServe, they've been of great help to me. AGOA office also deals in other handicrafts, so they advised me on how well I could work on my product to make it a better product, to work on the labeling, which I did, to work on the craftsmanship, the neat finishing, which I also did, and this has been, people have appreciated the product more. Through AGOA office, I also managed to add a new product to my collection, and right now I have expanded. Ever since the program started, I have added on like about more 15 clients.
You are on the right track. If I found this sand and I wanted to know who makes it, it's not branded. There's no branding. There's no company name. So you need to do your branding.
My business has changed positively. I have labeled, and that labeling has my contact and both my email address and my phone number. So it's very easy for people who want my product to identify it from the shelf where it is. I have received emails contacting me about doing business, which I've responded to. I was also selected by the Commonwealth Youth Conference, which was held on 14th of May in Munyonyo, and through the Youth Works program, they identified me to be a youth that would be featured from Wakiso district, and delegates came and visited my workshop, and they appreciated. When the program aired on TV, many people watched it, and then the YouTube uploads, also many people have, I have recommended that they watched on YouTube, those who miss. So the TV has created a very, very huge impact in terms of publicity, and people believe in the TV. So the moment they see a product on TV, they want to go and get it, and when they get it, that's me making the sales. So TV has really been good for me.
Since we started the mentorship program, actually I've had a very interesting time with my mentor. I was able to attend a couple of meetings with my mentor where we shared very many good things in line with my business, how the business can be developed. I remember we talked about how we can work on the performance at this, in our business, that's the school, how we can motivate our teachers, how we can actually integrate the community into the work we're doing. And my mentors also taught for me a lot of financial skills, They advised me not to actually get engaged in micro management. That's doing everything. For example, as a director, you go and buy tomatoes or do other things that are not applicable to the office of a director. So I can say from the start of the mentorship, I have learned quite so many things from my mentor. From my mentors, I've discovered that challenges are part and parcel of every business. What makes a difference is how actually you manage the challenges. If you manage them very well, it makes you stand out and move forward. And since we started this mentorship, I have actually discovered what used not to happen in our business. For example, we used not to conduct meetings regularly since then because we had an advice from our mentor to get engaged in meetings to solve issues that are rising on a daily basis. So we have been doing that, and so far I think our progress has been very, very remarkable. Everywhere I work, you know, the most interesting comment I had was someone, he repairs motorcycles in a garage, and when we were passing by the garage, he said, "That man you see there pretended to be a teacher." That's the most amazing comment I found. I got since I was here. But there are so many comments. My Facebook friends, everywhere I work, partners, people who know me as a person, friends at university, they have really, really admired my progress. They have admired my ambitions of, you know, like aiming high and working towards achieving my goals. So they are very, very grateful, and the encouragements they have given me, I can precisely say, have motivated me. That's what we are supposed to do at school.
Entrepreneurship is necessity-based. However, according to Mr. Lester, there are some lessons and bits of wisdom that only a man can impart into another man. Men and women are different. We view and interact with the world differently. So, it takes sense for men to seek out other men for guidance on how to navigate life. And this is what we exactly do for YouthWorks. Did it help?
I had an opportunity to very closely work with George. He's a very exciting gentleman, and I was able to visit his farm and had an opportunity to see the landscape of his enterprise. And it was very interesting to see areas where he needed change. It was very interesting to see areas where he needed to concentrate. You know, business is like boxing. When you punch your opponent, and when he gets bruised, it's advisable to punch where you are, where you have made a serious bruise, such that you inflict more pain. So also in business, where you make much gain, you concentrate there, especially when the business is growing and you're trying to build your capital. Where you make money, you concentrate to make more money. So I was able to see from his farm where he can make money and where he's not making money, and I would now work with him from the point of knowledge. Business success is a total sum of many things that affect life. Somebody may be progressing well in business, but maybe has a social thing that takes most of his money. So when you are his mentor, you would be interested to know how he spends his time, how he spends his coin, and who does he relate with. Do they add value to his business, or are they liabilities to his business? So my working with Mugenyi, I got an opportunity to know a total sum of who he is, and that really I could see it very helpful.
I would say that whoever matched us got us the best mentee that could come to us, very young but very, very objective, and very much of a risk taker. I would say that he possesses all the necessary attributes of a successful entrepreneur. The short time that we have interacted in our mentoring relationship, we were able to come up with excellent ideas, largely out of his own identification, including the acquisition of land for the school, which I find a very big turning point in his entrepreneurship career. We also had several meetings, and because of our busy schedule, most of these meetings were on email, I would say, through chat messages. Whenever he needed guidance, I would always be able to come in. We also made 2 site visits, and our visits, we were able to identify a few things that required his attention, and he welcomed them and was able to address them. And I'm very sure if we were to look at the business status before this mentoring relationship began and now, you'd see that we have achieved quite a lot, but largely out of his initiative.
Who is working on the business directory, agribusiness directory. We have had a good time. We have met physically. We have agreed on different milestones we have to achieve. We have worked together, especially on Women's Day. We were together on the same platform to talk about agriculture. She had her perspective as the young person in agriculture and my perspective as the old person in agriculture. We have visited a farm together, and we are sharing a lot on email on how we can improve the way she can market her business directory. Actually, even yesterday, I referred somebody to her so that she can get in touch and they can market the directory even better. Then in terms of content for the directory, I'm getting people who are into agriculture, the different value chain, to be able to put in their space in that directory so they can be known, but they can also benefit from the marketing that directory has to offer for their businesses. I'm very happy with my mentee because this information she's putting together for us makes our life easy to access the different services and goods that we need in the value chain. And I think this calls for all of us to embrace the use of ICT in access to information in real time so that we can make the right decisions.
Like Walt Whiteman says, not I, nor anyone else can travel that road for you. You must travel it by yourself. It is not far, it is within reach. Perhaps you have been on it since you were born and did not know. Perhaps it is everywhere, on water and land. If you have entrepreneurial dreams, you have to live it and breathe it. You have to treat the idea like a baby, like your child. You don't sleep when you have a new baby. I didn't have weekends. I worked non-stop.
Alitia Elia, Orijambo Griffin, Peter Okoya, George William Mugenyi, Orikiza Fiona, Tulianyomwe Odomaro, Joseph Ronald, George William Baka, William Bukenya, Againe Sharon, Nalukanga Proskovia, and Michael Chigundu.
So don't stop believing. Go for it. See you in the next season of YouthWorks.